Here we go, Dubshed 2025. I'm not just taking the Civic this year, I'm taking the Vector too. Dubshed 2025. Just making my way to Icon Exhibition Centre now. With the wife and the Vector behind me. The Vector, that was a very simple car to get ready for the show. That's an immaculate car. I just washed it, chamoised it, quick hoover, job done, she's ready. The Civic, that always likes to be a wee bit more difficult. Maybe problems I created myself. But whenever I put the other work wheels on the Civic, I put on wee tire decals from tire sticker decals or tire. But they looked fine at the time. I kind of liked them, but they get old looking and they get dirty looking, and there was no cleaning at them. They just looked bad, and they got what they just were. They weren't adding anything to the car. They were taken away from the car. For normal daily driving, it wouldn't have bothered you, but for going to a show like this, you like to put a wee bit better effort on, and they were just too dirty and too grubby looking. And a couple of weeks ago, I actually went to go to start removing them, and I was pulling a lump of rubber out of the tire. So they were well stuck on. I did a good job putting them on, but they weren't moving without doing damage. So a cheaper solution would have been to put on a new set of tires. But I always thought those cars needed 19s, and I did try the radiate wheels on it for a little while, and they looked okay, but I just didn't think they were the right style of wheel for the car. I think I like that sort of Kanju, Osaka, Honda style look, and I just was with the sort of the bonnet and the quick release bumper and the splitter and the boot spoiler and stuff, the style of the car, I just didn't feel what the radiate wheels looked right. They suited the wee Golf, what I bought them for. But I think those radiate wheels look really good in the Golf, but they just weren't right for the Honda. And I like the white wheels, and that's where. But then I gave myself a scenario with only 2 weeks to go to the show and needing wheels. And in a case like that, I thought the no better man to call upon than Mark Simpson at the Tire Safety Centre. And after a bit of a conversation, Bola Wheels, located in Scotland, and so that's not that far away. And I really liked the Bola B2R. That's a flow forged wheel, so a bit stronger, a bit lighter, and it had the right sort of style that I was after. Mark contacted them. They said that there's normally a 3 to 4 week turnaround on those wheels. But Mark explained the situation, that the car was up for Dubshed, a big car show, in a couple of weeks' time, and was there anything they could do to help us? Not even a week later, Bola Wheels had the wheels at the Tire Safety Centre. So massive praise to Bola, and thank you very much to Bola Wheels, and a massive thank you to Mark at the Tire Safety Centre for pulling that off and getting me the wheels at such short notice. And because the wheels are only on there now a couple of days, and to be honest, the whole situation with the tire decals and the other wheels, I was sort of a cloud with a silver lining, because now I like the car so much better with these wheels on it. I think they're bigger, and they fill the arches out better, and it's more my style. It's felt spec OG style. the original gangster felt spec style of the 2000s was get your car as low as possible and get as big a wheels on it as possible, and that's what this is. That's the original gangster felt spec style, and no, something that's never really escaped me. I was doing it in 2001. I'll show you a wee Suzuki I had in 2001, and that was the style back then. I give it everything in that car was custom made, and that's something was just never left me. And I even did a wee bit there recently. I got AR body repair. A friend of mine, Alan, runs that AR body repair to do a bit of custom work on the boot spoiler, and where he took an 90A4 boot spoiler ducktail and he grafted it into the blade of the Mugen spoiler, and well, I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really well, and makes it a wee bit more different than the rest of the Mugen spoilers out there in these. But I'll motor on here to the show, and I'm looking forward to it. I was a wee bit panicking with getting this car ready, but I made a bad error maybe about a month ago, where I stopped at a car wash one day, and I always wash the car myself, but this one occasion I stopped at the car wash and let them wash the car for me, and you swore they washed the car with Scotch-Brite. I was down in Belfast, and I'll show you a few photographs. The paint, this car was only painted a year ago. The paint on this car is good, and I took in the Maguire's compound, ultimate compound, and the buff, and I gave it a very light go. I didn't want to overdo the fresh paint any more than I thought I had to, and I polished it and I waxed it, and I thought I had the job done. But a week or two later now, I'm seeing some of the hairline scratches with those guys put in the car coming back, and I've given it a couple more runs of polish, and it's looking okay. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad inside the shade. I didn't want to start this week at late notice starting to buff the car again and having to clean a pile of compound and stuff off it. So hopefully it looks okay in the shade, and if I really need be, I'll give it another wee polish in the shade when I get there. But yeah, for all car enthusiasts, the lesson is clean your car yourself. Do not take it to one of those car washes where that's for people who don't give a dang about their car, basically. You know, that's not for taking a good car to. And if you look after your car, the guy that was a disaster. So wash your car yourself. The old radiator wheels looking well. I'll get you now in case I miss you. I guess me set for Dubshed 2025. There's still a lot of cars to come in here, so I was quite early. I thought I'd even display one of my smaller things, but I didn't even mention on the channel yet, but I actually did get a feature in Performance Volkswagen there back in January. So I thought, since this is primarily a Volkswagen show, I'll put it on display. Nicely placed beside the drift game, boys. The Loughney Auto Care. I thought I would give a wee bit of advertising for the Tyre Safety Centre for doing that job for me with the wheels at such short notice. I really like them, and it gives a lot more brake clearance, but it's leaving it a lot easier for cleaning. Before, my 18 was my 18-inch wheel was nearly tight to the brake, so I couldn't get the barrow brush in there to clean the wheel properly, and now I can. Nice motors rolling in. Still people doing the last minute preparation. The colour in that chaser is unreal. I'm not going to catch it here. It's unbelievable. So for me personally, it was a very proud moment. I always wanted to be able to have a car that was good enough to get into a show like this. Somehow I've managed to get two. Oh, I don't know why I've been blessed with such fortune, but for me, I know maybe a lot of people not think much of those two cars, but I feel very lucky to have them. But look at that. Drift games. Oh, look at that. Nice transporter rolling in. I'll come back in the morning and I'm sure the place will be packed. I got a good look at the Liberty Walk RX-7. I think it's unbelievable. Love Liberty Walk. I think it's just very inspirational, and that's all their builds are just unique. And this is only a very recent build. And these are one-off custom wheels from Strom. As far as I'm aware, Strom is based outside Dungannon, so it is a Northern Ireland company. I think they're actually maybe like a sister company of the Radiate. I am a Honda boy at heart, so it's cool to see what Drift Games has finally got themselves a Honda. And what a Honda. Goodness. I think that's my Civic starting up there. I think that's unreal. Dubshed 2025 just got set up. Look at the Drift Games guys setting up the shop. And that thing looks unreal when you see it in person. And yeah, a lot more stuff to come in here yet. Here we have my two machines. So very, very proud to have two cars in a show like this. I don't think they look too badly out of place. I got Vector, the condition of it, and that deserves to be in a show like this. It deserves the spot. I think I've got the wee Honda look on the part too. I'm really loving the new wheels. Now, just so the old Vector isn't alone, check out that. Unbelievable. Check out this one. I'm sorry. Huh? When do you get enough of looking at that? Full nut and bolt restoration. It's only built, it's only finished. The guy spent 5 years building it. That's a proper old school Vauxhall there.